He's chosen the name. Sing it, baby. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, what a beautiful sound. Oh, yeah, really getting crazy on the caffeine today. Look like a total... This is called the Weed Whacker Sonata. Yeah, let's kick it. I don't know if this thing's working because I got a bullshit signal. Get crazy. Yeah, fuck yeah. Look at this. This is going to be my 4th espresso. It's time to party. Tainted Love, that was the name of that song. It is the name of it. This is big Civil War territory around here. Kettle Creek. Get the hell out of here, bird. Hey, Dixon. Yeah, I already had too many. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to have a heart attack. Hey, Steven. Thought I'd come on. I got a bunch of... Yeah, thank you. I like your attitude. Balls out, man. That's good. You go for it. Kettle Creek Battleground. You ever heard of that? Kettle Creek, the Battle of Kettle Creek? Kettle Creek, right around the corner. It's our warriors fighting off the enemy. Oh, yeah, man. Having a great day today. You know why? Because I'm not doing shit. Just sitting fucking around instead of going to some job I hate. Good morning, Crunch and Munch. I was just here thinking about how lucky I am not have to go to a job that I hate. Just some low-paying bullshit where you get a quarter of an hour raise for working like an indentured servant. I'm really going to party this year. I looked at a couple of businesses to buy, and then I said, fuck it. I want to hire you to run the personnel, Crunch and Munch. Pay a great salary. Just, I don't... The one rule of thumb is I don't have to do anything. Oh, good for you. Yeah. Want you to get a good Jew lawyer on retainer. Hey, Crunch and Munch, I think you might like this. I'm not religious, but I read a lot about religion. I don't know why. I got like Bibles up the ass. I got probably 1,500 books on religion. But I order these, CDs are obviously dated, right? But I'll give you an example. I got like these great deals on CDs. Like I'm listening to one about how to understand opera. And I listen to them and I lay in bed. And I do them on religion too. And I'll tell you, it's interesting. I got like a million CDs, brand new, never used, Old Testament, New Testament. Like $12. Are you kidding me? I just got ordered one today, Vatican II. A lot came out of Vatican II. Like to cram this up this fucker's ass. I should ask him if he wants to do this. Shut up, Goal, you faggot. Get out of here, you loser. Oh, you run a tight ship? That's good. Get out of here, Goal, you loser. You're not posting now, are you, pussy? Get a life. Go to places where you're wanted, which you really got your work cut out for you on that one. Oh, you were at the Vatican? You gotta be kidding me. When? Yeah, the resurrection of Jesus. They say that didn't really happen. Some people say it didn't really happen. That Jesus was never really killed. Yeah, I'll tell you, bullshit. Those Romans were experts at that. No kidding, man. Would you have educated parents? Vatican. No kidding. You're not getting me on a private number. I never answer a private number. Yeah, it's still interesting, though. I think it is. Still interesting. I got an email this morning that said if I didn't block so many people, I'd have more people on the chat. I'd rather have less people on the chat that I don't want here blocked. Fine with me. I'll talk to myself if I have to. Yeah, that was a long time ago. I got that wrong on Jeopardy one time. The Vatican's its own country. Believe that shit? I think. I know I got a weak signal here. I don't know if it's affecting your end or not. No, good for you. Oh, that's what I say. I love being alone. I hear that beautiful bird singing. Is the video grainy or clear? Because the signal is going around a big brick wall. Oh, good. Thank you. Hey, my enemy. How you doing? How's it going? The vultures. I had to cut trail cams in there. Today would be the third day. I'm going to go get them. Somebody sent me an email. I get more emails sometimes than I get comments on videos. Isn't that weird? But anyway, no, it doesn't bother the mother that I'm in there. She's known me going on 3 years. And as a matter of fact, she doesn't. Sometimes I'll go in there. She doesn't want to get up, so I just leave. But I'm gonna see what I got on these trail cams and go with it, because it's just, we're not going to learn any more about it than I already know. It was kind of the same philosophy on interviewing prostitutes, and that is, there's nothing left to know. I mean, I ran the full circle, realized that help was really not on the forefront of my mind, but unlikely. Learned a lot and moved on. Yeah, the weather's great here. I moved on, man. I just don't see beating a dead horse, but I did put a little short up. I would like to send Maddie and Gerald some spending money wherever they are. I'm kind of out of the loop on that. You could send money to their accounts, let them know I'm thinking about them, wish them the best. I really do. They're nice people. And, there's one motherfucker up there that all he does is make comment videos about Maddie and Gerald, some J8. What an asshole. I hope wherever it is, they get the most painful, slowest form of cancer in the world. They've earned it. What a prick you got to be to put up videos about struggling addicts and people with difficulties, make your whole channel about it. What an A1, A plus, first place motherfucker. No, it's true. I don't really know much about it. I'm kind of out of the loop on it. I don't know. Somebody told me they're in some kind of rehab, but fuck, I don't know. Nobody told me, actually. Somebody sent me a copy of a post somewhere. But man, it's just you learn from YouTube. There's just some crazy, pathetic people out there. Yeah, the lowest form of life. Absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely the lowest form of life possible. I hope they get terminal cancer and they don't qualify for euthanasia. These motherfuckers really got one coming to them. Yeah, that's different. It's much different. Yeah, it's totally different. Yeah, they are nice. They are nice people, man. I mean, big fucking deal. Somebody turns out to be a drug addict. I mean, so what? Doesn't affect your life, but yet you go around and you make videos and you're keeping people up to date on where they're incarcerated. What a fucking prick. You're just like that motherfucker that intercepted that damn signal communication about bombing those fucking scumbags. I hope they charge him with some federal charge, because he had knowledge that that was secret, and then he broadcast it. What an asshole. Yeah, Maddie's a sweet girl. She really is. Gerald's a nice guy too. They really are. And that's despite, people stalking them. Now, there's some ones out there that are not nice. And I don't even think they deserve to be fucked with. But it would make sense if they were. Hey, Angie. Yeah, addicted to drama. That's exactly right. It's the truth. Always they love. There's a fucker I went to high school like that. And believe it or not, I was best man in his wedding. And as I aged, first of all, his family was nuts. His parents were just lunatics. He got one brother that was in a psychiatric hospital his whole life, and a sister that was in a psychiatric hospital half of her life. Well, anyway, he was divorced, and I was best man in his wedding. And he married the sweetest, virgin Polish lady that was in her mid 30s when they got married. Sweetheart. Just an absolute doll. And over the years, he has contacted me, and I had already decided a long time ago, I don't want to have anything to do with this guy. He's always talking about women, how bad they are. You can't live with them. You can't live out. Kind of like you did when you were bitter and divorced in 1950. He's just ignorant. And I knew then, and I know now, that when he's trying to get a hold of you, he's not calling to see how you're doing. He's trying to decipher what kind of bad things have happened to your life. If you've got divorced, if you went bankrupt, did you lose your job? Did your fucking pet cat get squashed, flattered in a pancake? That kind of fucking shit. And about maybe 10 years ago, maybe 15, she called me. And I haven't talked to them basically since the wedding. I've ignored him. I don't want to have anything to do with him. She said, Tom, I hope you don't think, you're not, think it's odd that I'm calling you, but you'd be doing me a big, huge favor. And she asked me about the family and why I never returned her husband's phone calls. And I told her what I just told you. And she said, you'll never imagine how much you've helped me. Now, I don't know whether they got divorced or whether they didn't, but I do know that he still keeps trying to get a hold of me despite 40 years of unreturned phone calls and texts and emails. I mean, when does a light bulb come on? And I think his desire to find something negative about me, like he would probably shoot a load in his pants if he found out my sister ended up dying broke and her home in foreclosure after owning 5 McDonald's because she had a spoiled kid that blew all the money. That would really get that fucker off. And for all I know, he heard about this through the grapevine and he wants to confirm it. So his drama interest in nosiness is more pervasive in his personality than respecting that I don't want to have anything to do with his stupid fucking gossiping ass. Hey, Stephanie. I fucked up. I tried to send you, I shouldn't say I tried. What happened is, that fucking link comes up to invite somebody to a chat on a mobile thing. And I saw it and I went to push it, but it already was like uploading for the chat. So we'll have to plan one. Yeah, thank you, Angie. That's exactly right. I don't want him visiting me, man. I don't want him. There's a bunch. I don't really. I do that with a lot of people, to be honest with you. There's some fucking stalkers on YouTube that were on the early days when we used to have those all night chats, and they amongst themselves say that I alienate myself from other people. Yeah, fucking a right, I do. On purpose. I don't want these fucking people in my life. I don't want to be friends with them. I don't. So I let them know, and it pisses them off, I guess. Fuck, I don't know. I mean, I think it's an advantage knowing me, and I'm not trying to fuck you. I don't want your money. I don't need you as a reference for a job. I don't need your vote. I mean, it's as clean as it gets. Fuck yeah, I don't need anybody close to me. I don't. I will say this though. I've only had like two guys in my whole life that I really like honestly believe gave a fuck about me. Not that I cared about that, but I guess I did because I'm mentioning it. That priest I was friends with and Marty. I mean, I shouldn't say care, but like I know these fuckers would have done anything for me for sure. It took me in my 50s to fucking run into the first guy. He died. And the second guy, my 60s. You fucking believe that? My whole life, including family, like to find somebody, it's like, oh, this is what they're talking about. Fucking ain't right. Hard to believe these companies still stay around by just watching your mats. I know why though, because you can't wash these commercial mats. They're 8 feet long, and you need them. So it's a good business, really. This thing, they must have like the biggest damn washers in the world. Hey, do those things go in a washer where they clean them? Big giant washer, just like one at home. Really? Dang. What is it, like 40 feet around or something? Do they dry them too? Unbelievable. That's why it's such a good business, because you're not doing these at home.
So they got machines doing it, filters everything out, and it won't basically wash and dries at home, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it'd ruin it, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. Thanks. Yeah, I say it's not worth it. What's that, Steven? Oh, no, I forgot about that. Ted, too. Yeah, you're right about that. 3 people. Yeah, Ted's a great guy, too. The son I haven't talked to in 6 months. The son is a super flaming liberal, and I can only assume that when I kicked off liberals, he really liked Mary on there a lot. That in his mind, that was the end of me. That's fine with me. I'm not running around on eggshells for anybody. If he doesn't like who I voted for, fuck him. Yeah, I mean, I don't like everything. I mean, we talked about that too. I tried my ass off not talking about politics for like forever, and I just couldn't fucking keep my mouth shut anymore. I just couldn't like stand seeing these fucking people show up in the chat. It's like, God damn it. I know how they think. And it's just like, I just can't. I guess there's people that can do that. I can't do it. I mean, I did do it. I had to work. I had employees. Fuck. If you went around broadcasting, you automatically, by historical records, alienate 50% people. You can't do that. But when it's your own personal time, fuck them. Yeah, they can. Yeah, but you know what? I don't have a problem with it, because if somebody thinks it's okay to vote for this Harris, I don't want to be friends with you. So mission accomplished. Like, there's this woman that I know that's kind of like my age, and I'm always talking about shit. I'm just being me. And I heard through the grapevine that she didn't like the way that I talked about older women. I know how I talk about older women. I'm not attracted to them. I mean, I ain't any prize either. I know this. But yeah, I'm not attracted to older women. I'm just fucking not. And I guess in her mind, I should not talk about that. But that's why I'm not really interested in dating, particularly these walking corpses my age. I mean, as I say all the time, I can't tell if it's a funeral announcement or a suggestion from Match.com. I mean, every night it's Halloween. And I don't think I'm like the only guy thinking this way. No, it didn't used to be that way, but I think the people were like Jimmy Carter. I thought was a great guy. I think Bill Clinton was a pretty good guy and a smart guy. But man, this lattice, these fucking Bidens and Harris, these damn people. Holy shit! Are you kidding me? Yeah, it didn't used to be that way. No, you're right about that, Wave. That's because you didn't have the insane people. And look, I'm a Trump guy. You got to vote, right? Believe me, he isn't my fucking dream candidate. But I mean, considering the alternative, I mean, he does some crazy shit too. I mean, I was laying in bed last night thinking to myself, man, he does some shit that honestly, I voted for him, I'll support him, but sometimes I think he ought to be in a fucking mental institution. And how can I possibly think this about a president of the United States? And I'm serious about this. This fucker ought to be like doped up on Thorazine someplace, and he's running the whole country. Holy shit. I mean, I'm not shitting you. I wish I didn't think that. But you have these rogue thoughts. They're not really rogue, though. If you got a brain, you get married and you're into your marriage, and all of a sudden some shit pops out you didn't know about, and you think, God damn, what have I done? Like the bridge over River Kwai. When that guy realized what he'd done, oh my God, it happens, man. You only base what you do on what was presented to you at the time. Yeah, see, we'll never know. I mean, that's the thing that keeps me sane, though. You wonder how much of it's calculated. God, I hope it's calculated, because if it's not, he's nuts. And I've done that before in my life too. You're fucking around, you find out shit accidentally. Like somebody tells you, all you got to do is go up to the best looking woman in a bar and say, "You want to fuck?" And 1 out of 1,000 are going to say yes. So you decide to do this experiment on yourself. You're a guy like me. I go to a bar. It's a 23-year-old beautiful woman. I walk up, say, "I want to fuck?" And she says, "Sure." So you find out things sometimes by accident, and then you run with it. And he might have found out some shit on that show he was on. You're fired. That work in real life. I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, I've had stuff that it's like, I can't believe they're buying this shit. You found out it was like not that big a deal. And it just slays you. Yeah, it's a good point. I see Tiger is banging the son's ex-wife. I think she's attractive. Tiger likes those. That Tiger Woods is one ugly motherfucker, though. I mean, that son of a bitch, man. It's a good thing he's rich, because he'd have been beaten off from about 18 on if it wasn't for money. He is just fucking weird looking. Those kids are kind of strange looking too, to be honest with you. Kind of like Obama kids. And same with the Bush kids too. I mean, looks matter. I mean, it works. This is my go-to example. I just looked it up again the other night. Laith El-Sadi, the famous singer from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Overweight, beard, looks like he hasn't taken a shower in a year. He took second place on The View or The Voice or whatever the fuck it is. And that fucker cannot fill up a bar with 10 seats. Look him up on YouTube. He's a good guy, too. Got caught with a bunch of dope. He got in trouble about the same time I did. In the same place, believe it or not, the same prosecutor. Yeah, here, those fuckers. I had to, I represented myself in that whole fucking day. I wore their fucking ass out. They didn't want to give me any breaks. And here they end up fucking giving him a fucking spanking over fentanyl in the car and all sorts of fucking shit. See, that's why when you get a good lawyer sometimes, they know this motherfucker's going to drag me through the ringer. And when they got somebody like me, pro se, representing themselves, they thought, we're going to break this old motherfucker down and get him to plead guilty to a crime. I wore their fucking ass out, man. I did. The secretary admitted it to me. I filed every fucking motion under the world, in the world. I was up there every goddamn day fucking with them. And the court isn't subject to the Freedom of Information Act, but the prosecutor's office is. It was like so fun. Jew lawyer, absolutely right, man. I had a Jew lawyer get all my shit twisted around in my favor. That's right, man. $2 million, baby. No way out of it either. That house has got to go up on the auction block. Cha-ching! You don't think I'll be donating some bat mitzvahs and bar mitzvahs? The fuck I won't. I'm not shitting you, man. There's something to it. There's something to these Jews and fucking the way the world worked out, okay? The way that it worked out with an emphasis on academia. I mean, they not only had the genetic predisposition to like be this way, they do it, they double dip it. Not only they got like this fucking brain that's like, like Tom Brady, all these motherfuckers, their brains like that only in a classroom. Your worst nightmare. Man, get this fucking truck out of here. Your worst nightmare is to be in an academic environment with the Jews setting the curve. You are fucked. You might want to just drop out of that motherfucker and wait till some more minorities or Christians sign up. Because if a Jew is in setting the curve for your college class, you are fucked. You might as well count on 100%. And if they got that extra credit bullshit going too, where you can do some other shit, you are absolutely fucked. But anyway, the Jews got both things going for them. This fucking superior brain. I mean, even Jesus was a Jew. What more do you want, Christians? I mean, if Jesus would have been like, let's say, Amish, nobody would fucking ever heard of him. The Jew thing prevailed in that thing too. So you got this brain that has this capacity that most brains don't, and then they get in these good schools. You know, they ace the ACT, the SAT, the LSAT, the MCAT, the GMAT. It's always some fucking Jew somewhere, and they rule academia worldwide. And then the Asians, then the Indians, and if you're just a white Christian Protestant, man, you're lucky. You're graduating from anywhere. Hi, how you doing? Good. Nice day today, isn't it? Good. Yeah, that makes sense. I believe you. Now, see, Crunch and Munch, I can tell you write educated, informed comments. Your grammar, the things that you notice, the things that you comment on, I can tell. Yep. I would have guessed 50%. Absolutely right. Absolutely right, man. Absolutely right. You know what's funny about this is the Jews get kind of miffed with me when I say positive things about the Jews like this. You can't fucking win with some of them. They want to get my ass about being anti-Semitic, but they can't because all I do is just give them like supercharged A plus accolades. But I can tell they're annoyed when I'm talking about this shit. Isn't it weird? Yeah. No, that's one thing that I notice about people. Pug too. Pug really writes well. Uh, has got a high IQ. See, that's what I'm hoping to on this fucking channel eventually. Is like I want all people like that because it just is more interesting dialogue. My enemy. I want instead of some of these fucking buffoons we had in the past. Yeah, dime a dozen. You go over to the University of Michigan right now. You look who's there in the morning waiting to get in the library. The Asians and the Jews. Look at night who they're chasing out, trying to read one last chapter. The Jews and the Asians. You better believe it. It's the way it goes, man. I mean, like I am. I mean, I'll give you a perfect example of myself. I know my strengths and my weaknesses. I do. And I'm a terrible fucking student. I'm going to go to my grave as a terrible student. It's just the fucking way it worked out, man. Like obsessive about shit, bad temper, just love porn to death. You know, but love animals, the underdog. And I know my strengths are my porn collection. And I know I do think this about myself, honestly. I think I'm really good. I've proven it. So it's not just pulling something out of my ass. I can go into a new market, start it up, get it running, and then after about 2 years, not be worth a fuck, which is why I've always sold. I get in, everything's new, getting new clients, hiring new people. But once it gets going and starts printing money, I fucking lose all interest. So I get rid of it before it goes to shit. So, like I give an example, I say all the time that detective agency that really paved the way for me for not working my whole fucking life. I sold that in 92. Was it 92 or the fall of 93, right around there? I say all the time, they could have never started it, but I could have never run it for 35 years like they have. No fucking way. All those same customers and shit and dealing with people. Fuck me. I wouldn't even really say it's the challenge, Larry. I would tell you that. I mean, I'll bail out on shit. I'm not like some super dedicated motherfucker. that, just gonna like see this through no matter what. If the waters get too rough, I just say fuck it. I'm not battling through if the writing's on the wall. I'm really kind of a lazy fucker, to be honest with you. Yeah, I wouldn't really even call it the chase, man. I'd tell you if I thought that was it, but I don't think that's it either. I can't quite fucking figure it out. I think I'm the same way with like, I got so lucky coming down here. Like, knew everything, right? Fucking around, new coffee shops. I still pinch myself. I can't believe I'm living in fucking Georgia in a new house. Doesn't even seem real. Not well. Maybe I would say that early on. I'd say that early on, but after a while, I don't think so. I don't think that's what it is. Here's the weirdest thing. It's like even if you go and ask people, I don't think they could tell you. I don't know what the fuck it is. To be honest with you. Like these fuckers I sold that business to, they're both like good-looking guys. One was a pro baseball player, a jock. And I thought these motherfuckers are really going to clean up when I sell this business. I felt completely confident because I financed it for 10 years. I thought these fuckers are going to kill it with the women because, they worked for me and I did the marketing, which, usually it's even with like, I went where the money was. And the money as a PI is with insurance companies. It's not fucking following husbands and wives. There's no money in that. And I did my own marketing. And I think, man, and it's always some good looking motherfucking GQ motherfucker that was my competition. And somehow, some fucking way, uh, I was able to pull it off. But anyway, I sold this and I thought when these motherfuckers get out and meet these women, they're gonna, because that's what gets like pharmaceuticals, that's what gets your foot in the door. Looks, there's nothing else. I mean, everybody's beating your door down. I don't know how the fuck I did it. I look back on that. I mean, I kind of looked at myself, honestly, like Pee Wee Herman going in there compared to those fuckers. And it was really like that, the guys and the girls. And somehow I was able to do it. And really, I don't know how. And if you ask people that know me, they don't know how either. It pisses them off. Fucking weird. Hey, Sharon. I don't fucking know. I've been luckier. I honestly, I chalk it all off to luck because nothing else makes sense. I'm not good looking. I'm not like, I fucking don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't think I'm a fucking leader either. Really. I don't know what it is. But I know I got lucky, I'll tell you that. And it hasn't always worked that way. I mean, I did do it in Chicago, but not at the extent. I think timing was in my favor in Michigan. It just happened to be a good time to be in that business at that age where the people that were doling out work were my age. And then when I got to Chicago, I was like in my 40s. It was a fucking bitch, man. I worked 25 times harder for about 10% of the success. It was good, but it wasn't like great. This goes to show you, it was the spring of 1998. I moved to Chicago. Moved right down to the Gold Coast, nicest neighborhood downtown. Moved into eventually, in about 6 months, I moved into a condo I bought in the 32nd floor. I thought, wow, I have got it fucking made, man. Belonged to a great gym, meeting new people. I thought, I am really going to love it here. And I did for about the first 5 years. And then it's like, fuck this place. Hey, Mark. Yeah, I think I am curious. Yeah, develop a rapport. Maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe I could do that. Let me tell you, cold calling for business is fucking. You better be thick-skinned, which I'm not. Which is another fucking mystery to the whole piece of pie. I mean, if someone was rude to me, if I cold called on them, I mean, I'd be wanting to burn down their fucking house. I mean, they say don't take it personally. Fuck me. Fucking take it personally. There's the old famous Polish keyboard player. Mirror moves. Fuck yeah. Oh yeah, right. Hey Mark, we're gonna start fucking putting a tariff on your live shows because you're Canadian. Before you can come on YouTube, you see the Department of Justice is fucking with Google, which does not surprise me. They want to break them up. They say they're too powerful with browsers, phones, YouTube. Polish power. Polish power. Don't let old Mark Cropper fool you, man. He goes and he plays that fucking keyboard innocently, just a retired nice guy. That old big cock Polak's fucking two or three of those good-looking young Canadian girls that follow him around to his venues. That's why he never got married, because he's got a family history of Catholicism and he doesn't want to be ostracized by his brother. Good job, Pug. Kyle, you can't even spell the word right, you stupid fucker. That's how pathetic you are. You're coming around doing adult chat where nobody wants you. Pug just blew your stupid ass right out of the water. You ought to thank her because everybody would have been able to tell that you can't even spell simple words, you fucking idiot. You stupid son of a bitch. You brain dead mongoloid. Kyle, you are so stupid. Yeah, they have no place to go. They're like this fucking survivor girl. Just a pathetic pig in a dump talking to herself. All these people got it in the end. Every fucking single one of them. Bobbles, Sharon, that fucking pig from Flint. What are they doing now? Nothing. Yeah. You got to call a spade a spade. That's why I go on the Mark Kropka channel sometimes, just to get brought back down to earth, where everybody, even the fucking biggest shitbags in the world, are treated with respect. Mark will bang out a fucking song for those fucking losers like they're his best friend. And I think there has to be someone in the world. And to think that Mark left his Catholicism, because this would have just fit in perfectly with good works. This Catholic, by letting these fucking losers come somewhere and rant. Yeah. Mark has always got an open arm policy to every shitbag illiterate out there. He will even play a song for your dumbass when everybody else has blocked you. Yeah. The Polish Pied Piper. I never. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, Debbie can get fucked. She can come and hold these big white fucking nuts in her hand for Christmas. Yeah, she's sorry now because no one pays attention to her, and she's done a 360. She's tried everything. She's tried fucking with me, getting me swatted, talking about me bad. Now she tried sucking my ass, and we still don't want her around here. That black shoe polished cross between a burn patient and a possum. Has she had any more retards? Yeah. Is she giving any more birth to any more retards? That's right, Larry. That is exactly right. You know, all these stalking weirdos, they all got fucking kids with an extra copy of chromosome 21. They're all just not quite right. They call them special. Yeah. I'd call them special too. I mean, that's being kind. They're genetic freaks that can't fit into the real world because the mother, these loser stalkers that you find on YouTube, is 50% of their DNA. How could you not be special in the kindest way? Yeah, flipper babies. No, that's exactly right. Yeah. Instead of deformed appendages, their brains deformed. No, that's exactly right. They used drugs during their pregnancy. They tried to sue the doctor because of a, umbilical cord around their fucking face. Shit, you wish. Even the smartest Jewish lawyer in the world couldn't twist that shit around. There's no getting around that these kids are fucked up because of you and your drug use. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right, my enemy. Thank you. That is why you've reached the highest order of being a moderator. You always come up with the truth spontaneously, and I thank you for it today. Yeah. Hey, Mary. It's the truth, Mary. It's the truth. I mean, I'm not saying this about any all A students from these people. I mean, every one of their kids tries to get on the bus before the doors opened. Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, it really is terrible. Yeah, tell Mark what a flipper baby is. That's exactly right. You don't know what that is, Mark? See, that's that cloak of fucking just being a Canadian and just, everything's fucking hunky dory. Bring out the bong. You need to get off that shit for a week so you can catch up with reality. Oh, no kidding, Aiden. Hey, now this Aiden Young, this name rings a bell. I want to say stalker. Do you guys, does this ring a bell with anybody? Check that channel, will you? Because that seems to be someone that used to stalk. Yeah, I can't remember who that is, but it's a bad vibe. Okay, I'm just checking, just checking. There's nothing wrong with being a little paranoid. Hey, Pug, do you know who that is? Yeah, first time. That's what I'm worried about. But I've seen this name before. Hey, my enemy, do you know anything about this Aiden Young? That rings a bad bell. Yeah, I can't. You know how you like, you know how like when the lights go out in a storm, it's like one of those feelings. Nothing to quite hang my hat on, but keep the radar on. Keep the radar on. Yeah, I know that, but that I can't remember that. I remember that name though. But if they were blocked, they wouldn't have come up. Yeah, I know the channel's been around, but let me tell you, I get a lot of shitty comments that I delete every night when I go to bed. And all these fuckers, it's like when they got on YouTube, they said to themselves, well, I know I'm a motherfucker. I like to start trouble and I stalk. So here's my real name, the one I'll go on, and then let me create two more so I can leave shitty comments. So, I mean, that is a slight indicator, but you can't hang your hat on the length of time that's went by since they signed up, because these lifelong stalkers, this is their MO. Nah, no, you have not. Yeah, but I mean, most people that come on alive, you're trying to find out about it instead of just sitting back and looking at what we're talking about. I mean, we're in the midst of a conversation and you want us to take time out to explain to you the channel. It's just fucking weird. Yeah, we do. You're right. Aiden, when you went to school, was your school bus long where like there were 60 kids in it, or was it short where there were just 12? How long was your school bus? I think that'd be a good test. How long was the school bus? How many feet, Aiden? You know, I think the school bus, the length of your school bus says it all. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Jeopardy thing. Yeah, right. Get right. No, you walked to school. Yeah, we're going to have to come up with another test. Did you graduate from high school? Hey, I'll tell you another thing too. You guys probably know this already, though. And I'm not saying that there aren't, whatever success is, I'm not even going to define that. Fuck, I don't know. I call success a huge porn collection, and none of the DVDs or CDs skip. But back to the point at hand. You have to like just you have to realize that there are success stories with GEDs. But if you look at studies of people with GEDs, even if they get this bullshit piece of paper towel that they call a diploma, nothing takes nothing replaces going to high school to you graduate. Nothing replaces that, even if you got bad grades. In other words, with what I know now, if you look through the data, I would rather be a D student with a high school diploma than an A student with a GED. And if you look at the success rate of people with GEDs in life in general, the rest of their life kind of goes just like their high school career did in the shitter. They don't really do well at anything. In other words, that's a pretty good indicator of what things are going to come down the road at a very young age. The odds are against you if you've got a GED. It just speaks volumes about you and your life circumstances. Yeah, underachievers. Yeah, it's just the way it is. It's the way it is. And they're all pissed off and they all got to tell you some anecdotal bullshit when they're in the midst of a conversation. They never just say, they all want to quantify their GED. They'll say, yeah, I got a GED, but I graduated early. Or I got a GED and I got a scholarship to a junior college. Nobody just smiles and looks at you and stands proudly and says, I got a GED without some explanation tagging along with it. Mark, that's the mother country. That's the mother country. Isn't these beautiful birds singing? Yeah, that could be true. And like I said, it's not 100%, but it's like all things. You get enough indicators and it helps you make an informed decision. Like, you meet these women in these chats and they've been divorced 3 times. If you got a brain cell firing, if you're dumb enough to let them tell their story, they're all going to have a reason for all 3 failed marriages. The first one was too young. The second one beat me. The third one had a drug problem. And you're going to be the fourth one if you'll allow it. But the odds are against you. Now, are there examples of people that have been married 3 times that ended up being considered successful later on? Yeah, but it's very low. It's always the men. Yeah, family circumstances can have a lot to do with it. And that whole GED was really derived because of servicemen that fought for their country, not a bunch of lazy, pot smoking loser liberals that sat home and bitched. They were underaged when they went into the service, and when they came back, because they didn't meet the criteria of a high school graduate, they couldn't get into college. So somebody in the government was smart enough to come up with the GED to get around that. So you had a lot of smart, underaged people at that time that were able to get into college that wouldn't have been otherwise. It wasn't supposed to be like it is now. A bunch of idiots trying to fit into society that had nothing to do with defending the country because they sat around eating 2-for-1 pizzas, smoking dope, and not working and getting stimulus money. Hey, that's the way to go. That's the way it is. That's exactly what it is. So it was a good idea that kind of went awry. What they should have done is when Vietnam was over, they should have canned that GED. I mean, you shouldn't be getting into college if you didn't at least make it through high school. Or you need to take a legitimate. If you're like, when you get some of these people that get in trouble and they like getting a degree in prison, that bullshit degree they're getting, it's not like getting a legitimate degree. It's some liberal college that has sold out that agreed to give these serial killers Bachelor of Science degrees and bullshit. And it just undermines the integrity of the real degree that the people got that never killed someone. Yeah, the GI Bill. Thank you, Crunch and Munch. Oh, good for you. Well, congratulations. You can't have it. You can't have it both at once. That's exactly right. It's one or the other. Yeah, I agree with the GI Bill, and that's why I cancel out taking campaign money and paying a known porno movie star 140 grand or whatever they gave her to shut the fuck up, because Trump is for the veterans. He's really for the veterans, and now for the veterans too. I say start GoFundMe's for all of them. Hey, speaking of, I saw one that I think that, I'll tell you who they should start a GoFundMe from. You know that Cain Velasquez? He had some guy molest his son and got 5 or 6 years in prison because he found out about it and he chased a motherfucker and was shooting at him with a pistol and ended up hitting a bystander, which sucks. But if anybody knows of a GoFundMe for Cain Velasquez, I'm going to send them some money because good for you, man. It sucks that innocent bystander. See, they want to poster children for vigilantism. They want poster children. They can't see, can't take the law into your own hands. But if that bullet hadn't have struck that innocent bystander, he'd be okay. But now he's got 5 or 6 years in prison because he tried to kill the guy that molested his son, which I'm all for. Yeah, I know, but if anybody know, I looked around, I couldn't find one. But if you find of like a GoFundMe set up for like his wife and child, because he was probably the big breadwinner from the family, I'd send him some money. I would. Yeah, he deserves it. Took the law into his own hands. Where'd that happen? California or something? Yeah, they're probably, you'd be scared to death. Who knows what they'd do to like a guy that did that in California? They'd probably give him a severance package. Yeah, and I forgot, who did he hit accidentally? That's just too bad. You know, he'd have probably not, if nobody else would have got hurt. But it does sound kind of crazy, but you can understand how in the heat of the moment that that would happen. But I think he needs to, his family needs money. See, this is where solidarity and ideology meet. When you hear of things like this, you need to step up to the plate and help. I wonder how that pervert got access to that kid. I've said this all along. I tell Marty about it all the time with his grandchildren. These perverts will lay low for 25 years to get access to kids. You've got to be vigilant and don't give anybody the opportunity. You've got to be vigilant. Stay on them. Don't let your kids around strangers unattended. That's what I say. Yep. That's sad too. I mean, you don't need to read a study to see what that does to a young person's mind. Wrecks their life. That's right. You know how they do those things on YouTube where they got some little kid sitting at a bench, and then some weirdo comes up and they video it. I hope they do one of those to me. Well, I kind of don't hope because I would go off on that guy, man. I just at this stage of the game, I'm not going to get in that much trouble from just cracking this motherfucker or sitting next to an innocent little kid. What a pervert. You know, this town's got those old clocks on the street and they still work. Like there's one over there on the top of that building. God knows where you get those fixed. They need to spray that one tree over there. It's got something not right on the top. Yeah, I've got a bear spray. I got a bear spray to go in. You know the real potent bear spray? You know the stuff that you keep a grizzly bear from killing you? The real good shit? Guess where you can't sell it? California. Of course. God forbid you sprayed some crazy out there and it kept him from attacking you. California doesn't want you selling it there. Yeah, orange can. Yep. Yeah. That makes sense. I hope I never go to that state again. Yeah, orange stuff. Yeah, the big orange can. Plus, it squirts like 50 feet. Yeah. It's just hard to believe there'd be that many insane people in one place. Well, you guys, I think I'm going to hit the road, go home and get something done today. Got to organize a few things. So I hope you guys have a good day today. Yeah, and they got a crazy Republican governor too. That DeSantis a nut job. Hey Pug, you have a good day today. My enemy, Crunch and Munch, Mark Kromka, the Polish keyboard player. Larry, you have a good day. You guys party on. Steven, have a good day. You rock on. I'm gonna go retrieve the cameras today. Be uploading the Vulture, Black Vulture trail cam. Thank you. Party on. We will maybe rock tonight. Kick it. Bye, Mary. Let's just kick it. Peace out. Rock on. Bye, Renato. Yeah, good point.